Let's welcome our public, our friends and family. Hello, everybody joining us. Welcome. Amazing to see you all. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody joining us. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Hi, Leslie.
Hello,
Hi,
welcome.
Bryson.
Welcome, everybody. We have already been here an hour with our top 50 farmers. We're so happy to have you here. We're so happy to have you here. So welcome everybody joining. Give us a wave, turn on your video, let us see you. We have our top 50 farmers with us already.
Hello, Rebecca. Hi, Linda.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi, Torben.
Welcome everybody.
Hello, Virey.
Chat. Let us know what's your energy coming into this meeting and this gathering, and where in the world are you joining us from? We already have our top 50 farmers from all over Europe, and we so look forward to welcoming you to them and letting you meet them. And we are going to slowly let you all in. Welcome everybody. Amazing to see you here. So just let us know in the chat, where in the world are you joining us from, and how's your energy? How are you feeling to be part of this ceremony with us? Yes, double thumbs up from Alexander. We have Torben joining from New Jersey, Sarah from Mexico. It's a truly international, everybody.
Super international.
It's getting from Switzerland, Silvio. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Amazing to see you all. Thank you for joining us. We have Eleanor,
Trina, hello. Alexandra.
Mark from the Netherlands. Feels amazing. Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. And we are now at 98 people all joining to celebrate our first cohort of top 50 farmers. And I am going to stop the video now so I can see you all and we can see each other. And you will see that our top 50 farmers, we've been together for the first hour already, just meeting each other. And we're so happy that you can now join us as the kind of supporters of this amazing initiative. I am Pal Laminor Catchpole, and I'm your moderator today. And I will hand over in just a moment to Annalisa and to Cindy, who are the co-founders of Top 50 Farmers. But before I do, I just want to let you know that our amazing Facundo, who is the designer, the person behind the brand of Top 50 Farmers, he is online. And Facundo, I don't know if we can see you somewhere, if we can.
I'm here.
You're here.
Hello.
Hey, Facundo.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, so Facundo is in the background and he is doing a live illustration, and we will really be happy to share that with you at the end of this hour together. And he is from Zender Studio, so he is the amazing designer behind Top 50 Farmers. So I look forward to showing you that at the end, right, Facundo?
We hope. We hope that.
We will.
Yeah, for sure. Cross the fingers.
And so we have everyone joining from all over the world, which is amazing. And I see Milano, Poland, Sweden, Portugal. And so, yes, Leslie, we are also so excited to see this full cohort. I'm going to hand over to you, Cindy. It's time. Welcome.
It's time. Wow, we're here. Thank you, Pearl, so much. A very, very big welcome to the very first Top 50 Farmers recognition ceremony. My name is Cindy Christensen, and I'm act as the Executive Director of Top 50 Farmers. On behalf of the whole team, I can say that we are very excited about tonight. We are honored to have you here. We are also a bit nervous because there has been so much work behind this, so many feelings, also a bit of tears sometimes, right? This is 2 years of groundwork today, so we could stand here on a kind of solid foundation with deep roots and also a roadmap of how we actually want to create impact moving on the next couple of years. People in this room are the very first people to meet the Top 50 Farmer cohort. We have just spent an hour together They have been able to meet each other. They are representing 22 countries from Europe. It's really impressive. We got the first nominations and applications back in November last year. Over 500 people nominated farmers across Europe. We also received many incredible, inspiring applications. They deeply moved our team because of their inspiring stories, their achievements, the community support that many are talking about, but also because of the challenges. The farmers you have in this room, they, I would say, work against the odds. We still have a system that is outdated when it comes to agriculture. We have barriers, we have the regulations, we have funding, we have subsidies, we have market access that is not yet in favor for Regen Ag. We also have climate change, right? There's many things, but despite these challenges, these farmers, they persist and they wake up every morning to choose to regenerate our world. And I want you to imagine a little bit with me before we do the program. So I will read something for you and hopefully you can follow. I want you to imagine if the world saw farming the way we see it tonight, not as an industry in decline, but as the foundation of a strong and resilient future. Picture now the media telling the stories of the farmers in this room, farmers who are restoring land, feeding communities, and inspiring the next generation. Imagine people valuing their food, not just for its price, but for the care, the knowledge, and the commitment behind the harvest. A world where farmers are truly recognized, not only for the food they grow, but for the ecosystems they restore and the communities they sustain. This is why we are here tonight. Tonight, we celebrate these first 50 stories of pioneering role models in agriculture. Stories that will inspire, hopefully change the way we think about farming, and shape the future of how we allocate resources in agriculture. This is pretty much the vision of Top 50 Farmers. We are about accelerating regenerative agriculture by spotlighting diverse role models in agriculture. That also leading to opening up, hopefully, many new opportunities that will do from our, what we call our recognition program. With that said, let me just introduce the agenda for tonight. Wonderful. As you see, the 50 farmers are already in the room, and very shortly we will introduce them to you. 3 of our members today, 3 of our selection members are also here tonight. We will welcome Marin Lusak, Mark Eng, and Sandra Willumsen. Because many have questions around this selection, and with those 3 people, we'll dive into the insights of the selection process and learn how we actually ended on these incredible 50 farmers. We'll also come around the public announcement that is going to happen tomorrow, because right now we are in this room together, but we have not published the 50 farmers yet. This is also, we ask you not to share anything before tomorrow at 10. It is still some kind of secret. I want to say a heartfelt gratitude to our seed funder, Astenor, our funder, the Nest Family Office, the Avena Foundation, and Dune Foundation. Because without those 4 organizations that actually believe in the idea of Top 50 Farmers and the team, we would not be here tonight. We feel very supported by our board of directors, advisory board, and many of you who have already been supporting through messages and emails and so on. Top 50 Farmers is not something we want to create alone. We want to grow the space together with all of you. So we are looking so much forward to all the collaborations that will happen. And once again, thank you so much for being here tonight. With that said, I'll give the word to you, Annalisa.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from around the world. My name is Annalisa Winther. I'm the co-founder of Top 50 Farmers, and specifically, I'm our Director of Communications and Ecosystem. So my job is everything that has to do around how we're going to tell these farmers' stories and let the world know about them, as well as the relationships we're desiring to build around this community that so needs our support and wants our support. So the first thing we wanted to share with you is a little bit more insight on what it means to be part of the Top 50. Who is Top 50 Farmers? If this is your first time encountering us, and what can you look forward to? The first question we get almost always is this question of, is Top 50 Farmers a ranking? And the answer is no, it's not. We are doing something that really requires a mindset shift, because so often people are used to hearing a top 50 list and then they expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. We want to celebrate diverse role models who have a commitment to growing this industry. And the vision of Top 50 Farmers is to make regenerative agriculture the industry standard once again. We know that this way of farming is technically nothing new, but it's something that our world badly needs. And in order to create that roadmap so that more people can join us in farming regeneratively, we need role models who represent all different backgrounds, all different stories, all different business models to show that regeneration is possible in every corner of the world. And tonight, as Cindy mentioned, you will get a sneak peek of farmers from 22 countries across Europe who are already well on their way and who serve as a foundation. It's important to know that every year, Top 50 Farmers adds 50 new farmers to our network. So our objective is that we are constantly building more and more stories so that we prove, again, that regeneration is possible, but also because a rising tide lifts all boats. And when we grow, or if one of us succeeds, we all end up winning. And that is very much the spirit of Top 50 Farmers. It's about giving and receiving and inspiring and just sharing how you show up in the world. So technically speaking, Top 50 Farmers sits on 3 pillars. One is the farmer spotlight. You are going to be the first to see what that spotlight is going on tonight as you meet the 50 farmers in just a few moments. From there, on our social media, on our website, on our YouTube channel, we do deep dives into who these farmers are, talking about their business models, how they got into regenerative agriculture. Did they study it? Did they teach themselves? What are the methods they've applied, the results they've seen, and those things that we can learn from one another, because we know that more role models are needed. And currently there isn't a lot of information you can easily find online of how is regeneration working. The second is that these farmers in the room tonight are going to embark on a recognition program. So this is a year-long program that is centered on the information they submitted in their application, which serves as the foundation for how we can help them, how we can support them in growing their businesses. And from that point on, we bring in different speakers, we do different knowledge exchange sessions, there's opportunities to connect in different capacities. And this is also where, if you're listening in today and your organization is able to support farmers in some capacity, we invite you to get in touch, let us know, we'll see if we can somehow plug you in that perspective. But when we were building Top 50 Farmers, we also knew that we didn't want this to just be a moment in time. We didn't want it to just be tonight. That's why we have the recognition program that really focuses on supporting this cohort over the next year. But we also realized that there is currently no one-stop shop for where you can learn about regenerative agriculture in Europe. If you were a new farmer entering into this, or even a farmer who's just curious about what a regenerative journey would look like, there's no shared database where you can go to figure out what are the financial places that can support you? What about the education institutions, the nonprofits? So the Top 50 Farmers Network is a page on our website that serves as a form of yellow pages for seeing what's possible in each and every country. And our hope is that over time, this is going to grow so we make it easier and easier to connect with resources and opportunities for farmers who have a commitment to growing in this space. So that is a little bit of an intro to what the program's all about. Feel free to check out our website, top50farmers.org, for more information. And Tomorrow, as Cindy mentioned, is really the big day. So tonight is essentially what's a closed door event. You are going to be the first to meet the top 50 farmers as we unveil them. We want you to share that you're here, but we hope that you will do it tomorrow. And you'll do it by tagging at top 50 farmers, hashtag T50F. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. CET, that's European time, Central European time, we will be announcing the cohort on our social media, via the media, with a press release in all places, and also on our website. And we highly recommend that you go check out our website tomorrow, where you'll be able to dive into each of the farmers' stories, see some videos about who they are, and really get an understanding of who's in the room tonight. Tonight is really your snapshot. Tomorrow we start going deep. So without further ado, we want to introduce you to this first cohort. And I'll just echo that this has been 2 years in the making. And tonight we are making history together, because this is the first time that we've seen farmers, regenerative farmers, recognized on this scale. So what I'm going to ask is that all of you who are not part of the top 50 farmers cohort, please turn your video off right now. So please go ahead. How you turn your video off, it's in the lower left-hand corner. If you can just go ahead and shut that down. And what that will leave us with is the images of our 50 farmers. And I want you to go ahead and take a minute to drink them in. The farmers can feel all those eyeballs on them. They're like, oh my gosh. But go ahead and take this beautiful, diverse cohort in. Our 50 farmers represent 22 countries across Europe. The youngest farmer here is 26 years old, and the oldest is 70. Our farm sizes range from half a hectare to 4,000 hectares. And they are a tapestry of diversity, innovation, resilience, and regeneration. We are so grateful to you. We're so happy you're here celebrating with us. We know there's many family and friends in the room tonight. And again, this is just a sneak peek of who they are. In the coming months, we'll be diving much deeper into their stories so that you can really meet them. Farmers, why don't you give us a smile and a wave? Say, hey! Yes, amazing. Thank you. Beautiful. You guys can come back online now with your videos. Come join us in the room again. Thank you so much.
And so many congratulations in the chat as well. It's amazing to see you all and to see this group. And this is the first cohort of top 50 farmers. But how did we get here? Well, it's, as you know, Cindy and Annalisa have mentioned a couple of times already that this is 2 years in the making. And there was a selection committee of 9 people behind getting these top 50 farmers choosing and selecting. And it was a really, really strenuous process. And I want to invite 3 of those members to speak with me a moment. So I'm going to invite Mark, Marin, and Sandra. We'll get your videos pinned. And yeah, we're going to find out a little bit more about why this top 50. So if we can just get them pinned for us, Emily, that would be amazing. So I didn't
expect so many great people to be here. So it's hard to find them. So
sure, no worries. We'll get them here. Let's start with Marin, shall we? And add you to. Hey, Marin. Amazing to see you. Hello, hello.
Likewise.
Welcome. What does it feel like to be here with the top 50 farmers?
Finally.
I know.
Finally. It's so nice to see all the faces and everybody else in the room. There's so many people here. It's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. So Marin, you are the assistant professor at Copenhagen University. You have a deep passion for resilient and diverse food systems, and you're also coordinating the Clever Food and an EU initiative driving sustainable food system transformation. And you are one of the selection committee. I would love you just to explain to this room, to the farmers, to the public and our friends and family that are joining, what was this process like? What did you as a 9 kind of people selection committee actually do?
Yeah, so thank you. So good evening, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to take you through kind of the process and some of the considerations that the committee went through when selecting the farmers. Firstly, I can say that the process was designed to be fair and objective and thoughtful in order to highlight this diverse and inspiring network committed to regenerative agriculture that we've been hearing about. So in practice, the way that we did that is that each application was reviewed independently by 3 of the committee members across 4 key areas. So first, we looked at regenerative practices and measured impact, where we reviewed the application questions that were related to efforts in phasing out agrochemicals and the diversity of farming methods and overall kind of ecological impact. Then we also addressed knowledge sharing. So this focused on how actively farmers share their regenerative practices with others. And then we also considered vision and leadership, where we looked at the clarity of goals and their ambition and the potential to inspire within the network. And here we also considered responses to the video submission. So part of the application was a video submission. And then finally, we also had the possibility as committee members to award these applicants bonus points. So this was for exceptional outreach or storytelling or innovative approaches. So each of these categories were assessed directly as in connection to the application questions where they describe themselves answers in their own words. And then kind of going through the applications, we used a scoring matrix as a way to ensure consistency in the review process. So each category and relevant sub-questions, again, related to the application, were rated on a scale from 1 to 5. So 1 where it was kind of considered minimal alignment, and 5 for exceptional alignment. For example, well-documented practices, outstanding performance, innovative approaches, and so on. And so then as a way to reduce bias, each reviewer worked separately and independently, as I mentioned, kind of scoring these applications according to this matrix. And then kind of to ensure that we were aligned as a whole group, we had a calibration meeting where we kind of reviewed these scoring approaches just to make sure that our interpretations of the scoring criteria was aligned, and then discuss any discrepancies. And then each of the scoring categories that I mentioned before were weighted to reflect the importance that was assigned to each area, with the most important kind of category was the regenerative practices and measured impact, probably no surprise, and then followed by vision and leadership and knowledge sharing, and then the bonus points. So since the initiative kind of has this focus on collective growth, then extra steps were kind of taken to ensure that there's balance, diversity, and an equitable showcase of farmers across all of the participating countries. And so a country cap was applied so that no country could have more than 4 farmers selected. So this kind of represents about 8% of the total, just to ensure that, that there's not overrepresentation. So after applying the country cap, strong applicants from countries with fewer submissions were also reviewed, and again, with the intention of creating a stronger and more diverse network. And then once these preliminary scores were kind of defined according to all of the reviewers, then the final list was refined, kind of first addressing the farmers who were kind of in the bottom 10% who were not included in this round, but then also addressing those who were kind of ranked highest. And then those who were not in either 2 of those categories were then carefully reviewed to ensure a balanced selection across the countries and recognizing unique contributions and considerations from the underrepresented regions. So while the structure kind of helped maintain fairness and diversity, we recognize that there are opportunities for improvement. And this is the process that we're learning from. And we'll continue refining the approach in the future rounds. And so moving forward, we're exploring ways to kind of enhance this consistency and scoring and ensure that the assessments remain objective, but also to consider ways to perhaps track the long-term impact of the selected farmers, and then potentially to inform future criteria and kind of keep up to date with that. So I think it's safe to say that this result of the top 50 farmers is really a list that celebrates excellence in regenerative agriculture and strengthens this knowledge sharing across the different regions. So that's a bit of an insight into the process and the way in which we went about that.
And I see a few different comments already, just like, wow, what an effort. Thank you. Yeah, it is a hell of a process that you have been through. And I'm going to invite Mark to join us as well. Hey, Mark. Because Marin, thank you for kind of breaking down that process for us, because it is important for people to realize just how much work has gone into this, and that this group, this cohort, isn't just kind of created out of nothing. We're joined by Mark, who is a brand activist and someone really involved in shaping narratives when it comes to climate advocacy. And you're the founder of Decade of Action, and We Are the Generation. And so I'm really curious for you as a brand activist and someone who really loves storytelling when it comes to regenerative practices. What were you looking for as a committee member, as a selection committee member?
Looking for lighthouses, actually, for ambassadors that would be, the best way to make this like a really huge wave regeneration is to put forth the best in their fields. And like Marion said, to make that a diverse group as well, because it is a really diverse group, and all within their own context are doing great stuff. But like I said, we were looking for ambassadors, the ones that could really be like at the vanguard of regenerative agriculture.
Thank you, Mark. And in the process of reviewing these applications, were there any particular stories or cases that really stood out for you and were memorable?
Yeah, absolutely. There were some actually and also completely different ones. You can see that some of the farms, there's money behind it. There's either family offices behind it or whatever, and it looks really professional already in each and every way. There were some great examples from Ibiza, for example, but also from Spain and Portugal actually really stood out in that sense as well. But then there's a UK female farmer who doesn't own land, but with her herd of cows helps other farmers as well. So it's also looking for new type of models and new type of, because I really believe this is all about a culture shift in the end, and the people that are here in the room, the top 50 farmers, are the ones who are actually building that culture literally with their bare hands every day. So these are the ones that we were looking for. Then there's, I think, I might be mistaken, but I think it's a Swedish farm which was founded by students, community farm, and they keep experimenting, keep having others in there. They're obviously, every one of these farmers are experimenting and innovating in their own way, and that's what I think is so heartwarming and heartbreaking to see as well, because none of these people have an easy life, let's say, but still the energy and the way that everyone's like really in there, and living the life they want to live, designing the lives they want to live is really fantastic. I think the regenerative movement is like what punk was for music is a regeneration for agriculture, I think, because it's just people doing stuff, inventing stuff, experimenting stuff, and like I said, building this new world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like that analogy of what punk did for music, regenerative farmers are doing for the agriculture scene. And I just want to make sure that Sandra, we keep Sandra, come back. I'm going to stop pressing the button. I think me and Emily are both trying to spotlight you. So I'm just going to let Emily do it. Hey, Sandra, you are the last member of our selection committee. You are a farmer yourself. You're a Danish farmer. You're a real like sustainable agriculture advocate. You're the co-founder of the Regenerative School. From your experience as a farmer, what were you looking for and what stories really kind of resonated with you?
I really tried not to look for something special. Of course, special, but not particular. I really tried to keep my mind open because the different journeys towards regenerative farming is just really so inspiring. Their motivation, their backgrounds, the resources, the scale, the experimental levels, climatic conditions, challenges, and so on. But something did stand out when farming became possible in deserted areas. Gave me goosebumps. Truly amazed by the work done. When new farm models became profitable, Mark gave a really good examples. And when farming was closely linked with pioneering research. Yeah.
And I mean, you see firsthand the challenges and also the opportunities that agriculture has today. So what do you feel is the biggest opportunity for this cohort of farmers to lead this change? Where is the opportunity here?
Well, I see the change truly happens when farmers are pioneering and daring to do and inspiring each other. And I think among the top 50 farmers, we really have a broad representation of farmers and farm type, and especially what exemplifies how incredible diverse the regenerative movement is, and how significant the change in farm practices and mindset can be on the health of the soil. So I think the opportunities really lie in on a farm level in adapting even more biological complexity while keeping the farm life and farm economy healthy too. And as a board of farmers in the top 50 farmers, to bring all these stories to the table, strengthening the focus politically on the real potential of regenerative farming. But also in the world we live today, we also can't wait for structural or systemic response from society. So as farmers, we literally have to adapt as quick as possible. And we know climatic changes are going to happen, and we know how it's possible to farm under these conditions. That's the power we have as regenerative farmers.
Yeah, thank you, Sandra. And thank you so much, Marin, Mark, and Sandra, for being part of this selection committee and giving us this kind of insight into what this process was like. I now want to unpin you, and I want to kind of, thank you, Mark. I want to actually just go to the farmers, because we have heard from the selection committee, we have heard from Annalisa, we have heard from Cindy, but we have not heard one voice from a farmer yet. And I would just love to just turn my attention to a couple of people who very, very happily raised their hand to share what this recognition means to them. I want to also just invite any farmers who feel comfortable just to share in the chat as well. What does this recognition mean to you? But Alexander Zimmer, you were straight away happy to tell us more. Tell us, what is this recognition? What is this? Why is this important for you?
Well, first of all, I mean, all of the other farmers will feel the same. You feel that you're not alone. Yeah, that's the most important thing, that there are so many other people out there fighting the same fight every day against changing the system, fighting bureaucracy, and all the other things nature throws at you on a day-to-day basis. So most of all, seeing all of you tonight is feeling that you're not alone. I mean, I have this great team here anyway. And my kids were running around in the back, but you know, most days you're so tired it just hurts, and now seeing everybody gives us a lot of energy back, and it hopefully will help us fight those obstacles.
Thank you, Alexander. Just one question. Why did you become a regenerative farmer in the first place? What is that for you?
Oh, then I have to tell you my whole life. It was just meant to be.
It was meant to be. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much, Alexander. And I now want to turn to Niels. Yes, thank you, Alexander. I want to turn to Niels. You also tell us, what does this recognition mean to you? Where are you? Let me find you and spotlight you. Hey, Niels, if we can just ask you to unmute. I'm just gonna, if you can unmute yourself. Yes, yep. Thank you. Thank you, Niels.
I'm right here. Speaking from Maasai in Kenya, in fact.
Oh, wow. Okay, in a tent, I see.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Kenya?
No, I think along with being farmer, you also have a natural love for nature and wildlife. So, in fact, we've been coming here 10 years in a row, my wife and I.
Amazing. And what does the recognition mean for you? What does it mean to be a top 50 farmer?
First of all, I would say I'm very humble about being among these 50, because I think there's, if not hundreds of thousands of good farmers in Europe, there's maybe millions. And in reality, I think all farmers are good people, no matter how they are farming. It's the problem is the motivation, the way we motivate farmers. I can't say I believe that conventional farmers are bad people, because they are just motivated by different financials. And I think for me, this channel of 50 best farmers, maybe the most important part is maybe we are able to open communication with consumers. Because that's really where it's lacking, because consumers don't really probably don't appreciate the quality and the value of what we are trying to do. So I think if I would ask the 49 other farmers around the table, I think they would say the same. We are underpaid for what we are producing. So there's really a big lack in understanding nowadays from consumer sides what food costs. I'm so old, I can say I can go 40 years back, and we spent much more money on food 40 years ago, percent-wise, than we do now. I hope this 50 best farmers can be a promotion tool for better communication with consumers, because that's what we really need. There's simply unfair competition between conventional farmers and those who are trying to do it a bit better.
Thank you, Niels, and thank you so much, and enjoy Kenya for all of us. And I want to now call on Ariana Lotti, and I'm just going to add you as a spotlight. Hey, welcome. For you, what is this recognition, and what made you become a regenerative farmer?
Yeah, well, first off, thanks to the Top 50 Farmers team. It was a great idea, and it sounds like a huge project to undertake. In addition to echoing what has already been said, I would also ask that mention that all of the kind of innovation and all of the practices that I've learned in regenerative agriculture, I've learned from other farmers, right? And so part of being part of this community and this network that I'm really looking forward to is also the knowledge sharing and the exchange, even if there are different types of farms in different climates and in different, different sizes and different business models. All of the kind of learning and education that I've done the most valuable has really come from a farmer to farmer exchange. And so I really look forward to that. And as what Alexander said, if I was to explain my journey to you, like everyone here on the call, it would be my life journey. And so it's a process, and it is a life calling. So thank you for making the space to recognize those who are involved in it.
Thank you, Ariana. And yeah, it's so beautiful to hear that life calling coming in. It's something that I think a lot of you share with each other. And as Annalisa said, you have pioneered rice farming, which I'm so curious to hear that story. When they come over the year, these stories are going to come out and you're going to meet these farmers much closer. I'm going to take one more person just to give a little bit more, and I'm going to invite Kiki and Kiki, are you with us? Hey, Kiki. Nice. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm curious, how are you feeling right now? And what does it feel to be a top 50 farmer?
Yeah, as the previous also said, it's really very nice to know that you're not alone. And I believe very strong in the power of sharing and the storytelling. And this can be, except from a medium of communication about the work we are doing. It can be also be inspiring. You can get inspired by other farmers that can do something so simple that it can help you so much, and you cannot even imagine what they can do. Or inspiring people in getting to choose their food more wisely. And I think that this is very important, because one of the biggest problems nowadays is that people from the cities mostly have been completely disconnected from the procedure of the food production. And it brings many other problems that we cannot all understand. And also, we producers I think we are the first that we are facing climate change, that we are hearing about that for years from the scientists, and many people didn't believe, but we are facing it, and it's here.
I see Annalisa has put in the chat that you have been, your vineyards were devastated by fires. What keeps you going? How do you keep going?
There was the mega fire in our area. It was the biggest fire ever recorded in Europe, and it burned all my vineyards. What keeps me going is the love and help I got from many people, not only friends, but also people that I never met before. And what I am saying is that I'm not quitting. I'm either I will try, or so maybe I will fall trying, but I will try. To rebuild everything and replant everything.
Well, thank you for not quitting and keeping going. And I hope that
I have to do that first of all for my girls.
Yeah. Amazing, so inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was some of our cohort, and as I already mentioned, you will have the chance, the stories will come over the coming year, and you will get to know these farmers and their incredible stories, and this is just 4 of them, so just think. And I already see some others in the chat saying, oh yes, Annalisa, good point. One of the best ways to support regenerative farmers by buying locally. So that is your takeaway task for this evening, is to buy more locally, but I'm guessing we're an audience who does that anyway. So Annalisa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm trying not to cry. I already cried before we logged on today, because this is an emotional night for us. And farmers, we really see you. We know how much work you put in every day. We've read about your challenges, and we are, as people are popping in the chat, just so grateful that you keep fighting and that you keep going. The stories that we've been reviewing, we've had farmers who have been dealing and sitting on the front lines of climate change, as you just heard from Kiki, who has replanted all of her vineyards in addition to taking over land 2 hours away just so she could keep farming regeneratively. We have other farmers who have regenerated desertified lands that have become deserts because of the way that we have been farming for many of years. We have others who are regenerating rural communities. We have some that are working with technology and already looking at how can we apply that in other ways to make regenerative farming easier and to really leverage that. There is so many stories in this cohort. Each of them is absolutely incredible, and we are excited to give each of them the spotlight over the coming year, not just so that they can inspire one another and other farmers, but also so that consumers can really learn and understand what these farmers do, because they are disconnected from the land. And that's our hope, is that by giving farmers the recognition they deserve, we're going to start changing that narrative, changing the culture, because we know that stories seed change and that they shape generations. So tonight, we are making history. This is just the beginning of much more to come. And we also know that many of you in the room tonight have been standing by these farmers, or you've been part of the regenerative community and you've been fighting for this for decades in your own regards. So we wanted to give you all the opportunity to speak up as well and to share your gratitude. So if there is something that you are thankful to these farmers for, many of you also submitted nominations encouraging these farmers to apply for this opportunity and to see themselves as role models. We'd love for you to raise your hand if you'd love to speak and just share a gratitude towards these farmers. You are also welcome to pop that in the chat, but we wanted to give a moment for our community to recognize and provide these farmers with some much earned love. I can go first and say, thank you, farmers, for showing up every day, for feeding our families, and for showing us the way and what the future can look like. You can also go ahead and unmute if anyone wants to speak. Y'all are too shy. I know at least one person here has something nice to say to a farmer. All right, Ingrid, go ahead.
Hello, everybody, and congratulations with this big event. You have been doing a great work, and congratulations to all the farmers, and especially to my friends Lars Olav and Maria at Represendre in Norway. It has been a pleasure to get to know them, and I'm looking forward to follow them on the journey, and also the rest of these top farmers. So congratulations to all of you.
Is there something you're grateful to Lars Olav and Represendre for?
Yeah, I'm so grateful in the way they are sharing their knowledge and bringing in people to their farm. They're really showing the citizens in their neighborhood how to farm, and they're doing a great job.
So true. Yeah, feel free to call out one farmer or the whole group of farmers. Many of these share similarities, and Represendre is right outside of Trondheim, and they are serving a community with para-agriculture, meaning connecting the residents of the city back with the land. Eleonora, let's hear from you. What would you like to thank the farmers for?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you for some reason. Does anyone else want to go? We could cue them up if someone else wants to unmute, and they'll see if they can fix their sound.
I see as well, Martin in the chat has said, thank you, farmers, enjoying your work every day on my plate. I see also, thank you, farmers, from Leslie for inspiring us and leading the way in transforming the food system, making it regenerative rather than extractive. You are the foundation and backbone of our entire food system. Juliana.
Hello, well, congratulations, everyone. Growing up in a family business, in the restaurant business, you're all the backbone of what keeps us going. And so you're not just feeding our families, but you're keeping the businesses alive with ingredients and food that makes us healthy and that makes us successful. So you're really the backbone of it all. And we just thank you and congratulations.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, Eleonora. What are you grateful to the farmers for?
I'm grateful to those farmers that give an opportunity for the community to gather and to learn about how they produce this food and how we can forward support them. And this is how me and Philip met Massimiliano Solano, which is one of your top 50 farmer, and we brought forward him because it's amazing what he's doing, creating this space for knowledge sharing.
What's one thing amazing he's doing that made you think he should be nominated?
That it's incredible knowing that you manage in Sicily, which is a place where no one trusts each other, like literally, unless you're a close family member and I don't trust you, to work together with 50 primary producers that all together enjoy and embark in his vision of bringing forward like a brand of locally produced healthy food. And they're doing this together. And at the same time, that's how we met him. He's gathering people and making space available for sharing knowledge into regenerative practices, a way of agriculture, welcoming people from the cities as well to just come and listen. And it's really changing the mindset of people around.
Beautiful. Would one more person want to go? Does anyone else? Yes, Marta.
Hi, hello. To say thank you all to be that are here, to be so inspiring, and special to my husband Antonio, one of the farmers, to be so bold in such a dry area, so difficult area. Thank you so much also to the other Portuguese, Terra Mãe, David, João Valente, and Vivid Farms, because you are truly an inspiration to us, all of you. And also Felipe Pazzini and Diana Andrade, also in there. They are also part of our project and our big inspiration. Thank you so much to all of you, but also to the all 45 that are here.
Thank you to all the family members for supporting these entrepreneurs and making this magic happen. I mean, who would we be without our support system? And farmers are the foundation of our food system, but we all have people behind us too. Maybe one more. I feel there's one more here that's meant to share.
I have some beautiful ones from the chat. Sarah saying, gracias, dear farmers, guardians of our planet, our food, our health. You deserve much recognition, better income, better social security and welfare to ensure you have everything to keep your valuable task. Yeah, there's some very beautiful ones. All these farmers moving in the same direction together, so powerful. Collective action at its best. Thank you for the unwavering dedication and positive impact you are making in our communities and beyond. Thank you for taking a stand in protecting, rebuilding our soils, going against the grain and overcoming many challenges. You are the hope for our food system and healthy human beings, bringing resilience where it's most needed. And there are many more in the chat, and those are just 4, Annalisa.
That's beautiful. Pearl, is now the time that we get to unveil what's been happening in the background while we've all been speaking?
Yes, it is. And we are coming towards the end of this hour together where we have been celebrating this amazing cohort. I want to actually, Annalisa, maybe you could just close and then I will end with Facundo's design.
Yes. So once again, all we want to say thank you so much on behalf of the Top 50 Farmers team for coming here tonight, for celebrating with us virtually. We tried to make it like the red carpet or the green carpet for farmers as best as we could, knowing that we have people here from so many countries around the world. A reminder that this is still a secret until tomorrow at 10 a.m. CET, Central European Time. We would love for you to share tomorrow that you were with us tonight. We'd love for you to reshare the post of the farmers you know who have received this honor and to keep resharing their stories. There's going to be so much more information in the months to come. And if you haven't already followed us on social media, please do add us. Emily, our tech host, will drop our information in the chat. But tomorrow, 10 a.m. CET, our website will be live with the 50 farmers. You've heard a little bit about their stories tonight, but you will already be able to go in, check out who they are, watch a video about them, and get a story of where they're from. So block some time to nerd out. I know I certainly will. And we also want to take a moment to recognize our visual designer who has created the identity of Top 50 Farmers. And many people tell us it looks really good, and he's going to make you guys look really good. And not only is he a talented multimedia graphic designer, but he's also an artist who makes all kinds of very cool things. So, Pearl, I will pass it to you to explain what he's been up to in the background.
Yes, absolutely. So Facundo, I've just received it, and I'm gonna
Perfect. While you are looking for the artwork, I will take the word to say also thank you, farmers, because when I started this project, I didn't know anything about regenerative agriculture, and I love nature, but the basics, and you've reshaped the word patient. The word work is what you are doing every single day, and for love and for the world and for everything, for everyone. It's just amazing. Thank you so much for exist, basically. So thank you for that. The only thing that I can do is trying to translate this in some designs, art, ephemeral stuff, but thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for that.
Here is Facundo's been in the background listening carefully, and yeah, here is what has happened in the last 2 hours, the hours together, and let's have a look. This is the journey until now, 2 years in the making. There have been applications, there have been...
Pearl, we're not seeing your...
We can't see it. Let me stop share and start again. Okay, here we go. Now you can see it. Yes, amazing. So the journey until now, we have been 2 years in the making. There have been applications and nominations. There has now a first top 50 farmers are here. And it's really about the support, the love that keeps coming and fighting for the decades. It's about a celebration of diverse role models. It's a process. It's a long process, but you have all been and got here. So thank you so much. Let us know in the chat how you're feeling in this moment as we close the first recognition ceremony with the first top 50 farmers. Thank you so much for being here.
And I'll just add that we'll share this beautiful piece of art with you as a momentum for tonight. So as a memory of this evening, think of it as the souvenir you get to take home. So a one-of-a-kind piece of art to commemorate our night together.
Yeah, and Alfred is mentioning that you even added an earthworm, so amazing. And thank you for looking forward to connecting throughout the year. Thanks for tuning in. Loads of love to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And Annalisa, Cindy, how does it feel?
Yay!
Thank you so much, everybody. So great. Thank you so much, everybody.
Let's start a dance party, I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Amazing!
Amazing!
Unbelievable!
Yeah, please unmute and tell us goodbye in your language. Say goodbye.
Or still dance with us.
Ahoj všichni.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom,
shalom. Ha det bra.
Oh my God, I love this.
Ciao tutti, ciao.
Good after.
So cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to all the farmers and the team in Jamaica.
Thank you, everyone. See you out there.
I'm out this much. Bye.
So amazing to see you all. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, Jess says it. Thank you so much to the top 50 farmer team. Yeah, thank you to the team and the selection committee for all your hard work. Excited for the year ahead. Thank you and congratulations.